Hey guys, it's Dan, and today we're going to be doing another Season 3 Walking Dead video. This is going to be doing my next review for the Season 3 episodes that I have been reviewing lately, since The Walking Dead is in its summer break. We're going to, go back and review some of the older episodes of The Walking Dead. This is for Season 3, Episode 3, called Walk With Me. This episode, I think, is just one of the most amazing episodes of this season, because just everything, this is a big build-up episode. I really enjoyed everything they did in this one. We explore Woodbury, we see where Andrea and Michonne are at, months and months later after the end of the farm, and I really enjoyed this episode for a lot of different reasons. So this episode right here was great. We open it up, we have the helicopter crashing, and we have, we're going down, and then we see a really awesome part where basically all you have is just, the dead guys who don't survive the crash, and then you also get a really awesome part with, the governor finding those dead guys, putting them down. Michonne and Andrea hide, and the walkers are making noise, so Michonne actually kills her pet walkers, and which is Mike and Terry. Then we get a really awesome part where the governor actually, he doesn't find them, but he hears something in the woods, and then of course it's Merle who finds them and says, "Now, how's about a big hug for your old pal Merle?" And it's just a really awesome, return from season 1. And Merle is an awesome character this season. I really enjoyed him in this season. And also because we saw this scene at the end of the season 3 trailer, so we knew we were going to see Merle eventually in this season. And this was the perfect time to bring him in. So then we get a awesome part where they're just kind of driving in the car, it's all blurry, and then you get to Woodbury and they wake up and Michonne's like, we want our weapons, 2 against the world, that's, I don't know about that. And, the governor says you can stay the night, you can even stay here if you want, permanently, because it's a great place to stay. And then he's like, we'll even give you a car and you can be on your way tomorrow if you want. And then he kind of, lets them, tour Woodbury a little bit. And it is really a great community. I love the look of Woodbury in the TV show. The only weird part is that it's actually only like one street, which is kind of odd, but still safe to live in a zombie apocalypse. So, or in their case, Walker apocalypse. Now, then we get some more scenes where they're just kind of walking around the community, finding out, how many people they have. And then there's one lady who basically tells them that there are, a good 73 people living in the actual community. And it just makes me think of, man, they really do outnumber the characters at the prison, because there's only like 11 of them, I believe, that they said at the prison at this time. So 11 or 12, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that's kind of odd. Now, this is actually the first episode of The Walking Dead where we actually don't see Rick Grimes at all, which I thought was, I was kind of surprised. I thought we would have seen maybe at least 1 or 2 scenes with him. Maybe not a big concentration in this episode, but they didn't even do that. They had most of this, the whole episode, 100% without Rick. So that is pretty odd. But somehow I still actually did enjoy this episode. And that shows that you can have episodes without Rick Grimes. Now, then you get the helicopter guy. They took one in, and then the governor takes out the rest of the guys. At first he acts all innocent, and then he's like, "How about you?" And then he just shoots them, right? He's like, "Did it find you too?" And then he just pulls the trigger, and then, the Woodbury people come in and just take down all of the military people that are left. And it's really awesome. I love seeing like the villain side of the governor, but he acts like this good guy. I like that a lot. I think that is amazing stuff. So, okay, now we get a couple other scenes where I'm like, man, this is a great episode. Like, especially the one where Michonne says, "I don't trust him," Michonne's not stupid. She knows that the governor's, a bad guy. And that's something I do like, because at the end of this one, the governor is, like, staring at the, the little, fish tank heads, and you can see that the army guy is one of the heads that is in there at the top, right? And he even put Michonne's pet heads as well. So, I also really enjoyed just everything they did with, the community, Woodbury, Michonne, kind of having second thoughts, Andrea loving it there. You have them eating breakfast and all that, the eggs and toast, and just really a really safe community to live in. But obviously, a lot of the people don't know how dark the governor is, and that is something. And I like how Andrea's like, "What's your real name?" And the governor's like, "I never tell," and she's like, "Never?" And he's like, "Never." So I like that. And I think that about does it for this episode. I'm a big fan of this episode because it really sets up the governor stuff for this season, and I love the scene at the end because it's exactly like the comic book series version. Okay, make sure to write your comments below. I have one more video coming for you guys later on today for my season 3 episode 4 review. I'm going to review that one as well because that is a big couple of deaths in that episode. So I will see you guys really soon for that review.